Rosalind Dyson, and I used to introduce myself by saying, "Hi, my name is Roz. I have 5 kids." But ever since October 3rd, 2019, my introduction changed. So now I say, "Hi, my name is Roz. I have 5 kids. 1 died." So Trey was my baby boy. His name is Trey. His heart spelled backwards. That's why we have our heart glasses. And whenever somebody asks me about his name, I tell them that he was everything his name suggests. So he was caring, he was loving, he was compassionate, and he was forgiving. Something I'm trying to learn from Trey. Very forgiving. But Trey was also a victim of bullying. And when I say bullying, I'm talking about all forms. So physical, verbal, emotional, cyber, purposeful exclusion. So every form of bullying, he experienced it.
He had everything going for him. When they were doing, they had to make a beach slipper like thing out of paper. Trey was, I'm not gonna make no just plain old slipper. Trey just sit there and made a whole tennis shoe out of a piece of paper. He just had that kind of mind where he could do things. But it's like, I still can't believe, and they might think I'm just hard, but no, when people at church say you can take a lot, it's not that I take a lot. What I'm going to do?
On October 3rd, 2019 at 6 o'clock in the morning, I woke up to my oldest son, who was 17 at the time, a senior in high school, screaming Trey's name. So I didn't think much of it because Trey's usually the one that makes them miss the bus in the mornings. So I just figured this is another morning, I'm gonna have to get up and I gotta take these kids to school. But then he stopped screaming Trey's name and he started screaming my name. So I got up, and by this time, my oldest daughter, who was 13 at the time, she met me at their room. And she looked in the closet and she looked at me and she screamed this horrifying scream. Kind of like the scream that the victim has when the killer shows up. It was that kind of gut-piercing, soul-punching scream. So I was just like, what is it? Trey must be having a massive nosebleed, because Trey had nosebleeds. I said, he probably in there with a nasty nosebleed. But when I walked to the closet, I saw Trey, my 13-year-old son, who was just full of life, laying on his floor lifeless. And then everything moved in slow motion. You know, like when the climax of the movie happens, and everything moves in slow motion. Like I could see people, but I couldn't see people. I could hear people, but I couldn't hear them. That's Trey's Bible that was in the closet with him.
The action Bible? Okay.
Trey liked to draw. And when the first responders came, the first one showed up, and she looked at me, and she just started crying and ran out the room. The second one came, they did the same thing. They just like, "I'm so sorry," and they just ran out the room. And by this time, I'm sitting with Trey in the closet, holding him and rocking him. That came from the police station. It took a black female police officer to come in the closet, and she said, "Mama, we're going to have to come on out this closet." So I came out the closet, stood outside, and just stood there. The coroner's van showed up, and I'm a nurse, so I know what the coroner's van means. I know what that means. But when they came and took him away, I don't know, I think something inside of me just thought that they were going to turn around. I didn't realize that Trey was dead. He was dead for real until we got to the funeral home. They just kept talking about the body. We're going to take care of the body and the body and the body. I was like, he's got a name. His name is Trey. His heart's go backwards. Trey drew that during church. That Jesus.
Oh, wow.
And they just kept talking about the body. And so I said, take me to my son. Like, I need to see my son. So they took me to Trey. He was laying on a stretcher. They had taken his hair loose, and he had a thin sheet over him. And I was like, where are his clothes? He's cold. And who touched his hair? I don't let anybody touch my children's hair. Who touched his hair? But then I walked closer, and he wasn't moving. His chest wasn't rising, and he had frost on his lips. And so I looked at him. I said, that's Trey. He's dead. That's Trey. Like, Trey died. And it was at that moment I fell into the sunken place. I was mad. I just kept saying, like, what in the Bible did I not follow for you to take my son from me? What in the Bible did Trey not follow for you to make him feel like he had no one and nothing to live for? So I was mad, and I was in a sunken place for a while. And I don't know if you know about the sunken place, but it's full of darkness.
It's like, I still can't believe. And they might think I'm just hard, but no, when people at church say you can take a lot, it's not that I take a lot. What I'm going to do? I don't know what to do. I try to put the man upstairs first. That's what I was taught. But then you came. I don't know what to do.
Sometimes it's whenever you're lost in the darkness that God has to send someone up to come find you. And so I just kept asking, like, why didn't he tell me he was thinking about taking his life? Like, why didn't he tell me that? He told me everything. And then I heard a voice say, shut up and listen. So I thought about a conversation that Trey and I used to always have. He would say, Mom, I'm going to live with you forever. Like, no, you're going to find you a wife, you're going to live with her. He'd be like, but I'm going to take care of you. I said, no, I'm going to a nursing home. They're going to take care of me there. I'm going to play bingo. I'm going to play spades. I'm going to go trips to Walmart. And he said, well, wherever you go, I'll be. So if you go into that nursing home, I'm going to buy it. But remember, I heard a voice saying, shut up and listen. So I stopped hearing my voice, and all I heard were Trey's words. And he said, Mama, I'm going to live with you forever. I'm going to take care of you. Wherever you go, I'll be. And so that's what I hear every single day. That's what gets me over the hump to wake up and to keep living, because I have to fight to live every day. I heard people tell me, well, you have other kids, you have 4 other kids. And so in the beginning, I was not as nice as I am now because I was mad about it. So I said, well, you know, I do have 4 other kids, but you had 5 fingers, right? Mm-hmm. So if someone chopped off your pinky finger, don't be upset because you still have 4 other fingers. But when you look down at your hand, you notice that there was once a finger there and it's gone. And so I had to tell people, I needed people to understand. And I need people to understand the impact of bullying. It isn't just what kids do. It's not just kids being kids. And if you're going to say, well, kids will be kids, well, adults need to be adults and fix it. Adults need to be adults and step up and stand in and speak out for these kids and intervene. And I need people to realize that the effects of bullying last more than a lifetime.
My name is Chloe, and I'm going to talk about my brother Trey. Okay. The first thing that he did nice for me is watch TV with me and dance with me. To stop bullying. To stop bullying, you need to be nice no matter what.
Like, I can fall down today, and tomorrow I forget how I even got that scar. I can remember something somebody said to me 20 years ago. Like, that's how impactful bullying is. True. That's how impactful it is. And I need people to realize that the pain from bullying does not end when that person takes their life. That pain is just passed on to every single person that loved him. So I feel the pain. His siblings feel it. Everybody who loved him feels that pain, and that's a pain that's never going to end.
And he had practiced, and he had got it down pat all holy night to play with me for Christmas on the cello. And he was going to be a good person on the cello. Couldn't get that violin together. I don't know why. But he had that cello down pat. And I didn't do a holy night that Christmas. I didn't have church.
I also want people to know that suicide is forever. Like, it is forever. It's so permanent. It's forever. And I'm reminded every single day when I walk around this house and I don't see Trey. Like, it's forever. When I go to that gravesite and I see his name written on that gravestone, I realize that is forever. Like, he's never coming back. And I hope that people who have been bullies, I hope that they realize how impactful their actions are. And no amount of I'm sorry, and I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to take it that far. I need them to realize that that's never going to bring him back. It's never going to bring other victims of bullying who made the drastic decision to take their life. It's never going to bring them back.
Deja.